ascending triplet, moving it up one string right up the D minor scale. Now here that is slow. All right, now let's take that same idea and move it across the strings, down the D minor scale. Okay, here it is slow. All right, now let's use an ascending group of two triplets using two strings, and the basic pattern will be this. And let's take that and move it up the neck. Here it is slowed down. That's a real common lick to people who are first getting into the fast picking type of stuff. I know when I first started getting into it, it's one of the very first licks I got into. I think I picked it up off a Demiola record. It's a really nice lick. So let's take that same thing and move it down the scale. Okay, here that is slowed down. So there are some examples of an ascending type of triplet and how you can build up a bunch of cool ideas from that. Now, one thing I want to mention here is I'm showing you things in a particular key and in particular positions and also on like particular groups of strings, like say the E and the B string, but don't limit yourself to just those particular areas. I'm just showing you as an example for the sake of simplicity. There's an unlimited amount of possibilities you can do with simple things like this, so experiment and try to move it around and come up with as many ideas as you can. For instance, that last idea, move that around to every position you can think of in the D minor scale and come up with a bunch of different sounding runs. There's all kinds of things you can do with each one of these licks, and another example is when I show you things on one string or two string like this. You can play that on any string. So again, just experiment and come up with as much as you can based on these ideas. Okay, the next lick is going to be a little bit more difficult. It's a three-string lick, and your right hand is going to have a tendency to want to start to play a downstroke when you should play an upstroke. So I'm going to play the lick, and I'll slow it down for you, and I'll show you what I mean. You know, some of the groups of strings are going to start with a downstroke, and some of the groups are going to start with an upstroke, and for some reason, you know, the right hand has a natural tendency to want to start each new lick with a downstroke, but make sure you really work on consistently picking down, up, and, you know, keep that together. Okay, so here's the lick. Here it is slowed down. So if you notice, each lick basically lasts for 9 notes and has three strings. It involves 3 strings. And since it's an odd number, every other picking stroke for every other run is going to be a downstroke. But, you know, as I said, your right hand's going to want to start each lick on a downstroke, so make sure you really concentrate on that and start every other lick on a downstroke and every other one on an upstroke. All right, now I have 3 more ideas here for picking. These are common licks that I like to use a lot. And the first one would be this. Slowed down, that's just a basic pattern. Basically 2 triplets. You can do 2 things with that. You can just keep it in one position and play it over and over again. Or you can move it up the neck. And here that is slowed down for you. They're harder to play slow, actually. Okay, the last 2 are going to be really classical sounding. I got them from listening to violin and also flute players, or flutists, wherever you want to call them. But anyway, it's going to be, again, a 6-note pattern, a group of 2 triplets, and the first one will be this. Now you can take that and move it up 1 string. All right, here that is slowed down. Now, you can also move that across all the strings like this. Okay, now let's take that and make a 2-string idea out of it like this. Here it is slowed down. All right, so there's a few things you can do with that one particular triplet idea. So the next and final lick is going to be that same type of thing, but actually backwards. It's going to be this. That'll be our basic lick, and we're going to take that and move it through all the same stages. So here it is, up 1 string. Slowed down. Now move it across all the strings. All right, and the last thing you can do with it is make a 2-string idea out of it. The basic pattern would be this. Let's move that up the neck. All right, so there you have it. There's a bunch of different triplet picking type of ideas, and I hope it is very clear to you that by just taking simple triplet ideas, you can build up just a bunch of cool sounding riffs. They're a good vehicle for speed picking. They make it real easy for that, and also it is very easy to move around on different positions of the neck with your left hand using, you know, these type of patterns. It makes those easy also. Okay, so that's going to complete my triplet pattern section, and I'm going to move in onto another section